Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for the S&P 500 for Wednesday, September 25th, 2013. Well, a continuation of the trend to the downside today. Candle that's made a lower high and a lower low. Previous day's trading, we had a moderately bearish close down below the 1700 level, a very important level of support, and today we've seen follow through, and that's pretty much what we expected to see. We were looking for the market to take out that low, and that's what we've seen. Another fairly bearish day, and the close has actually closed closer to the low than the previous day's trading, suggesting that the amount of commitment from the sellers for today's trading is stronger than it was for the previous day's trading. Now, the size of the black body has also increased, and that suggests that the amount of net momentum in net terms, based on the difference between the open and the close, is larger. So the sellers have begun to build some more momentum, and perhaps that momentum may see them close the window that was opened up a couple of weeks ago, and that window extends down from roughly about 1691.5 down to about 1688. Today we saw the market test just to the top of the window, so that area there is crucial to this market. But back to this black body candle. The black body denotes the sellers making an amount of net bearish progress on the day between the open and the close, so suggesting that there is a possibility of this trend continuing down. In terms of the close being very close to the low, it suggests that the sellers have closed with very strong control of this market. And if we look at the shadow on the top of this candle, whereas the round number 1700 level had acted previously as support only 2 days prior to today's trading, for today's trading it's now acted as resistance, and this highlights well how previous support can turn into resistance and vice versa. So that will be a potential barrier to this market trading to higher levels. There still is a possibility of the market trading higher, but the short-term dynamics certainly aren't favouring it. The limiting factor here, however, is this window that was open, and we know that windows can be very strong areas of support or resistance, so it wouldn't surprise to see this market bounce off here, regardless of the fact that the sellers have strong control of this market. We also have solid support just down at 1687 level below the window, strengthening that zone. So a lot of support there. We could see some solid buying coming in. The sellers will need to build some solid momentum if they are going to close down below there. If we do see a close down below 1687, we could quickly see the market testing down initially to the Kijun-sen around 1678, and then down to around the top of the cloud around 1675, and that also coincides with a window that hasn't been tested and it's still open, so very, very solid support around that area. And it coincides also with this large highlighted zone that was previous support and resistance, so a lot of support down below where the market's trading at the moment. In terms of the Fibonacci extension, and here we see the market trading down through the 161.8% level. Our next target is the 261.8% level. We have bearish trading, and this suggests that there is a strong possibility of the market testing lower, but remembering that we do have the window and that support close by. In terms of the Fibonacci retracement, however, the 38.2% level has pretty much come into play. It's at 1690 and it's within that window, and that really does strengthen the amount of support that we may expect around the window, and there is a possibility of some buying coming in down around these areas, extending down to that window and just below it at the support level. In terms of Ichimoku, still a bullish market in the long-term time frame, with the market trading up above the cloud, and price action is being attracted back towards that cloud, with the market attempting to find equilibrium. We're not too far away from where the cloud's trading at the moment, so wouldn't surprise to see the market bounce off this area. We also have the market trading above the Kijun-sen, the pink line, so we have a bullish market in the medium-term time frame as well as the long-term time frame, and that Kijun-sen is pointing flat. Price action has been attracted back towards the flat Kijun-sen, and there still is a possibility of the price action being attracted back towards there. But remember, the window here is all important, really, considering that we've had these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive black body days. It's unusual to see a market do that. and it probably is in response to this very solid first time frame uptrend that we saw the market in, when we only saw two black body candles. So it's a little wonder that we've seen some selling coming in, but I suggest that we are likely to see the buyers come back into this market fairly soon, and this window here is probably a good area where we may see that occur. So we are going to be on the lookout for buying to come in, and really 1700 becomes very important if this trend is going to change to the upside. In terms of the Tenkan-sen, we have the market still trading down below the Tenkan-sen, the green line here, so the market is bearish in the short-term time frame. It has been some time since we saw the market trading above there. There has been a shift in sentiment in that short-term time frame, but with this solid support down below, there is a possibility of the market perhaps seeing the buyers come in and trade to higher levels. Looking at the Chico span, that is above the corresponding price action, so it's suggesting that the market has some upside momentum still in the longer term time frame, and suggesting that there is support for the long-term trends that we see in the trends in the long-term time frame and in the medium-term time frame, and that really does enhance the argument that there is potential for the market to bounce off one of these levels and then trade back to higher areas. But really, for tomorrow's trading, the window is very important, extending down to 1687, but just as important is the 1700 round number level of resistance.